Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn and Steffy spent a quiet evening agitating their parents at the precipice house. Steffy expressed her relief that her mama, Taylor, was back and hoped that Ridge would fate that she was the bone he truly belonged with. At the Forrester manse, Taylor thanked Ridge for the beautiful gown he'd given her. They participated in a romantic evening, dancing, kissing, and expressing how much their time together meant to her. Taylor felt alive in the moment, enjoying the deep connection with Ridge. Meanwhile, Brooke commended in Katie, venting her frustration over Ridge's quick return to Taylor. She admitted to slighting Ridge in wrathfulness and having a heated battle with Taylor, her feelings raw as she plotted with the growing distance between her and Ridge. Back at the Forrester manse, Ridge and Taylor continued their evening, talking about their future together. Their connection strengthened as they kissed, ignorant that Donna had still arrived and was observing them. Donna eavesdropped their discussion about conceivably moving in together, leaving her to reflect on the changes in their lives. She instantly delivered the shocking news to her family. At the same time, Ridge and Taylor made love. At the Forrester manse, Ridge poured champagne for himself and Taylor, expressing his desire to concentrate on her rather than agitating Hope, Carter, or Brooke. He surprised her with a special garment, a Forrester original he'd created before being ousted from the company, and asked her to wear it for their evening. Taylor tasted his sincerity and appreciated his trouble to show her how important she meant to him. Meanwhile, at Forrester, Brooke commended in Hope about her heartache over Ridge turning to Taylor so snappily. Hope expressed sympathy but defended her cooperation with Carter, emphasizing their vision for the company, despite the Forresters' expostulations. Brooke lamented the division within the family and the business, floundering to feel motivated as Ridge remained with Taylor. Steffy and Finn enjoyed a romantic evening at the precipice house. Steffy revealed her plan to use Daphne Rose, a famed perfumier, to disrupt Carter and Hope's alliance and reclaim control of Forrester Creations. Finn expressed his support while admitting the challenges ahead. As the evening unfolded, Taylor slipped the elegant gown Ridge had given her, and the two participated in a provisioned regale. Ridge heeded to their family and the bond they participated. At the same time, Steffy streamlined Finn on her parents' romantic evening, expressing stopgap for their future together. Ridge and Taylor concluded their evening by slow dancing and participating in a sincere kiss, reaffirming their connection. Away, Brooke reflected on her separation from Ridge and plotted to accept that he'd chosen Taylor over her. At the Forrester manse, Eric expressed his displeasure with Brooke's conduct, including taking the CEO position and slighting Ridge. Taylor, meanwhile, believed Brooke's conduct stemmed from hurt and suggested they condemn Hope for the situation. Over at the office, Brooke confessed to Hope that she slighted Ridge after he turned to Taylor, leaving her feeling like a foreigner. Hope expressed her enterprises about Ridge feeling insecure over Brooke's leadership at Forrester. It wasn't all doom and dusk, however. Brooke heard the awful news about Daphne and approved the scent line. At the precipice house, Daphne verified she's got the gig after speaking with Carter. Steffy and Daphne mapped to take down Carter and Hope, with Steffy believing that Carter was formerly charmed by Daphne. Steffy also reflects on the changes and makes sure Brooke stays out of her father's life. Latterly, Ridge and Taylor bandied the situation, with Ridge expressing frustration over the changes at Forrester. He thanked Taylor for her support, and they participated in a moment of closeness. At the Forrester manse, Steffy and Eric were shocked to hear that Brooke slighted Ridge and nearly knocked over Taylor. Steffy believed Brooke's reason of getting CEO to help them was nonsense, while Eric felt she should have left when they did. Ridge expressed his wrathfulness, criminating Brooke of betraying them. Meanwhile, Hope and Carter bandied their new incense line at Forrester, with Fanny returning to help. Fanny was agitated to unite with the company, but effects took a turn when Carter learned Daphne Rose, a famed perfumer from Paris, was in the structure. At Bill's, Luna, still conforming to her house arrest, eavesdropped Bill and Will talking about Daphne Rose's visit. After Bill left, Luna reflected on her situation, while Electra and Will grew closer, with Elektra admitting Will was her idol. Back at Forrester, Hope and Carter were impressed by Daphne's scent, aptly named Forrester, which they decided to use. As for Daphne, she landed at the Precipice house, where she and Steffy colluded their coming move. She planned to return to Forrester, pretending to cover her means but intimately aiming to take down Hope and Carter, all while Daphne suggested at using her charms to manipulate Carter. In the Forrester manse, Brooke assured Ridge that she'd move Carter to return control of the company to him, but she could address it incontinently due to his closeness to Taylor. Meanwhile, Steffy believed Ridge would not forgive Brooke and saw a tableware filling in Taylor spending further time with her father. Bill's place, Luna was relieved to be out of jail, now under house arrest, and Bill explained he wanted to give her with stability and a safe home. When Will arrived with Elektra, Luna observed from upstairs. Back at the Forrester manse, Brooke tried to explain her fidelity to Ridge by taking the CEO position, but he indicted her of treason for not denouncing Hope and Carter. Ridge felt Brooke was manipulated by her son and was now aligned with the adversary. Brooke defended herself, but Ridge claimed their relationship couldn't be repaired. In a tense moment, Brooke slighted him and stormed out, telling him she was done. As she left, she shoved Taylor, who had just arrived, leaving both women stunned. A libelous week in Los Angeles. Steffy plotted, Brooke gave Ridge what he merited, Ridge turned the tables and slept with Taylor, and so much more. Daphne rose to encounter Ridge Forrester. Lee Finnegan blows up after learning about Penelope Poppy Nozawa's deception. Also, Luna Nozawa continues to catch on a veritably fascinating Will Spencer. Lee's support of Poppy could come to an end. Lee and Poppy have always been at war with each other for one reason or another. Since Poppy's preface, however, suckers always wondered what the verity was about Luna's biopater. Although it was inferred that Tom Starr was Luna's father, that turns out not to be the case. After further conflict with Poppy, Lee decides to probe. That leads to a Skulk Peep print that shows Lee gaping into a medical biohazard cooler with lab technician April. While Lee investigates, she'll remain cryptic. Lee will be determined to get to the heart of the matter. What Lee finds out, however, will devastate and rankle her. By the end of the week, Lee has the security she needs to defy Poppy. Lee and Poppy are at the sanitarium fighting. As Poppy cries, Lee explodes over Jack Finnegan being Luna's real father. Bill Spencer's place, he'll continue hiding Luna. It's not really clear what Bill's endgame is with Luna. Does Bill suppose he can really fix the angelic periodical killer, or is there commodity differently going on? Luna does keep offering Bill justifications. Also, Bill asks Luna to describe in detail how she killed Tom and Paul Hollister. Bill has asked Luna this before, the day of her transfer. So, perhaps commodity isn't relatively adding up for Bill. Meanwhile, Will comes over to visit his pater. Formerly again. Will mention to Elektra Forrester how he feels bad that Bill is each alone in that big house. So, Will probably spends further time with Bill. Still, Luna will continue to be charmed by Will as she spies on his private exchanges. Steffy Forrester Finnegan's bold move on FC. Steffy has come up with a plan to get Forrester Creations back in her family's control. Steffy is using Daphne to divide Carter and Hope. Steffy keeps bringing up that no man can repel Daphne, and that's exactly what she's counting on. Steffy returns to the office and asks for her job back. While Hope Logan is suspicious, Carter Walton keeps his word. Although Steffy gets her way, Carter looks enough irritated in a Skulk Peep print. It's also teased that Steffy introduces her secret armament to Ridge Forrester. Despite the way that Brooke looks in a print and the daily exercise clip, she's actually on board with Steffy coming back. Brooke gets the feeling that Steffy's return could help her get Ridge back. Brooke and Taylor Hayes will face off.